Hey guys, Cole here, bringing you another video, and it's going to be Call of Duty related. It is on the Black Ops 3 reveal. I'm going to just review everything that I gathered and all the notes I took. First, I want to show you something that's very unfortunate. See, my stick here is broken. It is very annoying. It's about to rip off there. So let's go ahead and queue up first. So Black Ops 3 reveal was today. Today is Sunday, the April 26th. And afterwards, after that video aired about 3 Eastern, the race crew, being Jericho, T. Martin, and Gold Glove, streamed. So they sat there and talked about the game a little bit, and they had a giveaway, sweepstakes, if you will, to go to E3 with them in order to play it live at E3, the multiplayer. Oh, this is a great game. First round, join in, we're losing 35 to 115. That's cute. So I'm going to talk about everything I found in the game, or in the trailer, as well as things that the race crew talked about, and the interview that Jericho had with Vaughn and Mark Lamia, the studio head. I'm gonna do that because I think I'm yelling. I got the new A50s and they're a lot louder than my A40s were. So first we'll talk about the most controversial part of the next Call of Duty, and does it have exos? No, it does not have exosuits. It does have a new movement system, but don't be so close-minded and think, oh my god, exosuits. It's not exosuits. So there is a thrust jump, and I don't like that it is named thrust jump because people latch onto the word thrust and think that is like a double jump. It's not a double jump at all. So what it is more like a hover. You jump up, and then when you're already in there, you can hit A again, or you hold A again, and you kind of just hover. So it adds, strategy to a gunfight, because you're gonna have to like change where you aim. But this is straight from Vaughn. It's a quote. He says, "Keep the players in frame and in a lane." That is what Treyarch prides themselves on. And this game is absolutely terrible. I should probably just quit and go to a new one. I don't even understand what's going on here. Yeah, let's do that. I never quit games, but that was ridiculous. Oh, not two. There we go. So it's more of a hover. There is wall running. However, it was noted that there's only wall running at certain parts on maps. It's not something that you do everywhere all the time, like in Titanfall. And so it's definitely not as large scale as Titanfall. It's just going to help be a momentum-based movement. And they're doing this for the fact to keep the gameplay faster. AW kind of broke the mold and made Call of Duty a lot faster. And they want to keep that. It's awesome. It's fun. It's really good for competitive. Pardon me. But there's still feet on the ground. Yeah, there's a little of jumping, but again, in your frame, your window, you're not going to see people up above that where you have to look up just to see them. So I wrote here, it says, people are not flying around your screen like AW. The thrust jump isn't something that you use every fight you're in, like the EXO in Advanced Warfare, where you go to fight somebody and you're boosting left and right and up and down. You're not doing that in Black Ops 3. And this is coming straight from the developers and T. Martin, who has played the multiplayer already. So next, I'll go into customization as a whole. It definitely looks like Treyarch is trying to do another Instinct Dom, trying to do their best to really give us everything we've wanted in any Call of Duty ever. So we still have our pick 10, which they came out with, they introduced it, so that's good. They didn't say if it was changing at all, but they said it's still there. So something that is really, really cool is something that they are calling Gunsmith, which I've also heard it as, was it Paint Room, I think? And you can make your own custom weapon camos. Yeah, the emblem editor. Now you can do that on your weapon. That is amazing. Like, even if you don't want something like crazy, you still get, you still put camos on. But like, say around your camo on the top, left, and right side, you can add like other emblems. Your logo if you're like a streamer or a YouTuber or something. So that's really fun because you can really make it your own. And I want to focus a little bit more on the gameplay here, because who wants to watch me die 12 times in a row, which 4 times in a row, I mean, it's close enough. So customization, that was really bad. I need to switch. I don't have anything but speakeasies right now. I forgot, because I have not made any more classes. What the? You didn't see that. So customization, Gunsmith, create a variant. So essentially you can like create your own weapon, how it's loaded out, and then save it. You can also share it, or they said socialize it. So you can probably send it to your Facebook, your Twitter. Hopefully they have like a little market for that to be able to go online and download a bunch of camos. Ooh. Inferno. So that's pretty cool. Customization for that. And customization really seems to feed into all the other game features that they've made for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Sorry, again, a little dry mouth here. I don't think I said it in this video, but we do know that it's only going to be current gen. So that's Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Which, there's a few reasons that makes that a good thing. If you're on 360, you're not gonna enjoy it that much because you're like, hey, I don't want to have to buy an Xbox One just for Call of Duty. The reason it's good is because now Treyarch did not have to focus on creating things that creating things that work for both systems, because they're different resources, so you have to design for the console, and now they can just go for the next gen, so they have more resources, which makes a better game overall. They're not trying to test Xbox One features on the 360 anymore. So, not to beat a dead horse, it's good. It does suck if you don't have an Xbox One yet, but it's holiday season, so because it's released on November 6th of this year, 2015. So if you can get one for Christmas, it'll be a good thing if you don't have one already. Again, great thing. To kind of segue off of that, there's a feature in this Call of Duty that has never been in any other Call of Duty, and the only reason it was able to be done is because it's only on next gen, and that is swimming. They have swimming in it. Now, don't think, oh, we're gonna be swimming everywhere either. Don't always be that person that thinks only in extremes. I really suggest you not to do that. Anyways. So it's in maps, not all maps, but it's in maps to where you can use like certain water lanes to get around to different positions. So it's just a situational, it's not all the time, which is cool. It gives a different aspect to the game that we've never seen. I like it. So then, get this guy here. Oop. So then, let's talk about weapons. My notes here, you know, we have the creative variant where you can end up having 6 attachments on your weapon if you want it. Up to 6. That came straight from Mark Lamia. I know T. Martin says it was either in the stream or in a video that you can have 5. But Mark Lamia said 6, so maybe T. Martin was mistaken, or Mark Lamia. We'll see. But, you know, in order to do that, you're like adding the attachments to your weapon, saving them. And it said that like you probably pretty much, or you would pretty much use up all your points by doing so, because you're using, you know, all your wild cards and everything for the different attachments. So with speaking about the attachments, they said that there's a customization portion of attachments that is only for cosmetics. So what they mean by this is they could have, you know, a foregrip as a attachment, but there's like 5 different versions, and this is just an example, 5 different versions of a foregrip that just look different. You know, you have a short stub, black stub, you have an angled triangle, you know, different ones. A longer one. They don't change the stats differently. They change their stats all the same. So like say a foregrip gives you 2 range. No matter which foregrip you use, it'll give you 2 range, which is really awesome. Again, that's adding to, you know, the creative variant portion of the weapon customization, and that really makes you create your gun like you want it. Amazing job, I think. Because people have been asking for like create. What was I gonna say? Create create a camo. Sorry, which I think this gunsmith takes to a whole new level. So there's that. Next thing we're going to talk about is specialist. So a quick way to sum up specialist is think Destiny classes, but you only get a special weapon or ability per time you choose. And these character specialists have a progression system built in, so you're leveling up this specialist as you play them and then use their different abilities. Specialist is how Vaughn or David Vonderhaar explained it. It's like the in-between of score streaks and your perk system, your player. It is designed to just help with the gameplay pace. He repeated that. He just said it's all about game pace, distribution of power, and I think it's going to be really awesome because in a competitive scene, it really adds to the meta because it's, what perks are you going to pick? What specialist are you going to pick? Because the specialists have different abilities and guns. So, that is another aspect that can counter something that another team is doing. I believe T. Martin says that there are 9. They did not cover this in the 40-minute interview that Jericho did. but there are 9 specialists, and they all have their own unique thing. So then we can go to something that T. Martin said that I think really sets the pace for, or gives you an idea of what Treyarch is willing to do, and what we can look forward to in changes without being too crazy or too drastic. Is Treyarch changed the way domination is played. Well, the way domination, the game type, this game type, is won. So it's still 2 sides, 3 flags, but instead of having a time limit, each round is won by the first team to 100 points on side 1, and then the next one is the first team to 200 points. So if you jump ahead and you're just like, oh well, that means that the team with 100 points is obviously going to win. But say team 1 had 100 points, ended the round. Team 2, 34-13 and 12 captures. Team 2 had 89 points. That 11-point deficit can be made up in round 2, and then Team 2 could end up having 200 points before Team 1 gets 200. Oh, okay. I've never used the Ransacker. Ooh, I like that gold and orange. I'm putting that on. Let's look at that. Alright. So, let's see. Went through movement, went through some customization, which is
Grandmaster Prestige.
always.
All weekend, but
And
And
last night, he fucking streamed at like 2 in the morning.
let's see.
see, I can see.
I didn't even fucking look to see if he got it.
Alright. Went over the customization, which is throughout the entire game. So remember that creative errand I said? There's something also I want to know is that Vaughn says it's a game feature, which means you can do creative errand in multiplayer and campaign. Something else, I'm actually going to switch over to the game modes. So the game modes in Call of Duty, or at least Treyarch's Call of Duty, is zombies, campaign, and multiplayer. So first, most of what I've talked about, I mainly focus on multiplayer. But I'll go ahead and touch real quick. Campaign. They're going to have a co-op campaign. You can play single player just fine, but they also have the ability to do co-op. Up to 4 players. Instinct again? Oh, man. So you can have a co-op campaign of up to 4 players. You know, I'm going to quit this. I normally don't quit. I'm going to quit again, hopefully not get Instinct. So you can have, and I'm actually going to cut it until I find another round. Alright? So I'll be back with you in a second. Alright guys, I'm back. And we do have a new map here. So, I talked about that. So I was on the game modes. So single player, or no, old habits, right? Campaign, you can play with up to 4 players co-op. It's going to be on the same, network system that the multiplayer competitive things is played on. So that's cool. I think that's really fun. And the fact that Treyarch is saying that they built the game to be able to switch and include all the others throughout without creating restrictions of like you can only unlock the red dot if you're playing campaign. They didn't do anything like that. So if you only want to play you know, competitive multiplayer, you can only play competitive multiplayer and still unlock everything that you want. As far as like weapons and things like that go, you know, obviously you get achievements and stuff for doing a campaign. So then we can talk about something that I don't normally play. I have played a few times, which is zombies. So they did not say too much about zombies. All they really led to and said is the fact, like, there's certain game features that is built or were built with zombies in mind, but then there's game features that were just built with the game entirely in mind, which makes things fluid, you know. Mark Lamia specifically said that this is going to be the most, not choosing my words correctly there, but Mark Lamia said this is going to be the best zombies experience that they've ever had, because, you know, if you like Black Ops Zombies, you're gonna love this. Man, I'm just getting ate up. Something that they did reveal is the zombie game mode will have character progression. And as far as I know, this is going to be the first time that's happened. I mean, I'm almost positive, because they said something to that extent, you know, for the first time ever, character progression to zombies. So if you're a zombie player, that's really exciting, because I know I like unlocking things and progressing through a game and the ranks and stuff. That's something that keeps me playing, because it's no longer getting old. It's something new, it's flashy, you know, all kinds of thumbs up for you virtual thumbs up. Oh, where is this guy? No, he's there. So then we've covered those two, and then multiplayer. Right? Yep, campaign, zombies, multiplayer. I'm not really discombobulated. I'm just trying to focus on very detailed stuff and play at the same time. It's not purely opinion-based. It's a little more difficult. So, something that I did like about the campaign is they said, say you're playing with your friend, or you want to play with your friend. You want to play campaign, and you're, you know, 2 hours already into the campaign, so your players progress, you have all these weapons and unlocks and stuff like that. You apparently actually have, like, a locker room type area, like a lobby that you go into, and you can customize it. And upon doing that, you can actually, like, walk over to your friend that is just joining the campaign on your level, and you can share your weapons and stuff with them. Like, you go over and give them your ASM1 speakeasy that took 2 hours of grinding to get. Now, there aren't specific details on, is it only single player weapons, or is it only variants you create in single player, you know, what have you. But it's there, and I think that's awesome, because I know a lot of people, like, I'm a grinder. Once the game comes out, I'll be taking a few days off of work, and I'm going to be playing it. I'm actually going to have a most likely 36-hour stream. That's what I did last year. I think that's awesome. That's not something that, like, I would have ever really thought about adding into a campaign, the ability to do that. I think they've done a great job of trying to think of everything that we're going to want now and, you know, 6-7 months down the road. Oh, am I lagging out? Whoa! Whoa! Oh, I'm not even positive right now. What is going on? Alright. Anyways, let's talk about score streaks a little bit here. And they are score streaks. I'm pretty sure kill streaks are a thing of the past. no longer going to be available. Heard somebody else say that too. I think Gold Glove said that as well. I disagree. I mean, we're not going to have that because that now takes away, you know, a lot of points that the objective players are getting, and it just doesn't make the game as fun for a lot of different people. Because not everybody's, you know, hardcore slayers. You're not going on streaks and kill streaks, what have you. So some of the ones that we know are in it are say, oh, I did not mean to, good thing I can't, is Treyarch's little RCXD, is named differently. I believe it's HCXD, and so it would be a little car that you can drive around and blow up, just like the RC in Black Ops 2. Something else is, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a stealth chopper. That's essentially what it was. You know, a chopper that's going to sit there and gun down people for you. I believe it was called a Wrath. And what that is like this armored rolling ball that has like blades attached to it, just running people over. I believe it was Wrath or Wraith, but I think it was Wrath, which would be a better name. I hope it's not named Wraith. And then we have the GI unit, which is essentially just a mechanical soldier. You know, we're talking about the world of cyborgs and stuff here. And he just runs around kind of like the squad leader in Ghost, but from what I have heard, it's a lot more effective. It's not just a guy running around with a shield and a pistol. Because Treyarch has gone through and remade their entire AI system for this game. So then we go through and look at, Mothership. It's essentially a VTOL warship with 3 positions. So the main person gets a gun and missiles, but then as a teammate, you can join the VTOL or the mothership and also get a machine gun. So I think that's really cool. I think that's also the largest kill streak, I would say, in terms of player count. I don't think anybody else has had more than, 2. Get off my C flat. So score streaks, Treyarch has always done a really good job, I feel. Should have melee. So something else that people have wanted. Now, they didn't straight up say theater mode is in the game, but this was what they said. They were asked, is theater mode in the game? And their response was, are you at Treyarch? So, it's like, hey, yeah, that's a Treyarch feature. We're gonna have it. So I'm really excited about that. I also want to see how it translates to Codcaster. Do they have something new and exciting for Codcaster? I know Benson talked to Treyarch about it, so hopefully they got some good pointers and information there. Is this round 2? It is, wow. So let's see, we've done all that, and then guns. So, guns is straight from Vaughn. That's what he said. So guns are everything. There's 3 major components to the gun, and he didn't cover them all. I think he got sidetracked, but it was camos. They're very important for progression, so you're talking about golds and diamonds. And he specifically looks right at the camera and says, no hidden camos. So, that purely sarcasm. Vaughn is the guy. So talking about the gunsmith with the guns is you can add materials and different components, and then your camos, and then your attach variants, and you can do everything. You can share it, and then it's a game feature. So these are some of the weapons that I saw in the trailer. I believe it was AK-47. It could have been an AK-74U. It was some sort of AK. I'll actually back out because in the video here after this, it looked like a bow, a shotty that looked like a Remington, a MAC-10, and then there's a one-shot revolver that I think is actually a specialist bonus for one of the specialist characters. Oh man, getting really dry right there. So that's what I got. That is my big, huge review. I'm going to go through and make a video about each one and go ahead and, talk more in detail and all the things that I can find from all the various sources that are actually credible. And bring it to you guys because that's what I'm here for. I also have a video coming up for a trailer breakdown, so stay tuned for that. All right? I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm so ecstatic about Black Ops 3. I want to know what you like most about Black Ops 3 so far, from what you've seen, the information you've gathered. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see. I'm really excited to think about some different YouTube series for this. Going full steam. We got this. All right. Again, thanks. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the flip. Hey guys, thanks for watching again. Seriously, I truly mean it. Please, if you haven't watched one of the videos that are on your screen yet, go ahead and do so. Let me know what you think. I'll gladly take your feedback.